day and taking this time to make this day a very special day. After the dedication of the silhouettes and the crosses here, you may want to visit the grave of your loved one in the cemetery just back of the church building, church sanctuary. In the Old Testament, in the book of Joshua, Joshua chapter 4, there's the recounting or the sharing of an event that took place as the Hebrew people were on their way from bondage and from wandering in the wilderness to the brand new land that God had prepared for them. When they came to the Jordan River for the crossing, Moses had already died. Joshua was the new commander-in-chief, and so he told the people as they crossed that he had a select group of 12, one from each of the 12 tribes, to pick up a huge boulder out of the middle of the Jordan River and carry it over to the west bank of the Jordan River and deposit them there, so that in days to come, when their children would walk by and see this pile of rocks and this unusual arrangement, and the children would ask, "What do these stones mean?" The families, the moms and dads, the grandpas, the uncles and aunts were to tell them how God had walked with them and brought them through the Jordan River. What does all of this mean? We dedicate the silhouette of the kneeling soldier as he acknowledges his comrade who has died. We dedicate these crosses on this day to be a reminder of those who gave, those who served, and those who cared. Enough to leave home and family, the comforts of life here on these shores, to defend the priceless freedom that we have. We dedicate these silhouettes today also to be used on 4th of July with additional arrangements, however the church may design, to remind us when the red, white, and blue waves in the sky, and when we see it displayed everywhere at the 4th of July, we will remember it came, it was given, and there was a cost. In November on Veterans Day, these silhouettes will be displayed again, along with the crosses and perhaps other crosses of other veterans who attend this church, who are still living, and a reminder reminding us of those who are now serving and what they're giving to help us in this journey of life. May this silhouette grab your hearts as it grabbed mine as I drove past the VFW in Waynesville, North Carolina. And with the rich heritage I have, with military people in our family, this is a tender moment, a special time. Soldiers are flesh and blood human beings. They have moms and dads, brothers and sisters, children. We remember them with love. Beverly's going to come and read the poem, and then we'll sing together one stanza of My Country, 'Tis of Thee.
A soldier died today. He was getting old and paunchy, and his hair was falling fast, as he sat around the Legion telling stories of the past, of a war that he once fought in and the deeds that he had done. In his exploits with his buddies, they were heroes, everyone. And though sometimes to his neighbors his tales became a joke, all his buddies listened quietly, for they know whereof he spoke. But we'll hear his tales no longer, for old Bob has passed away, and the world's a little poorer, for a soldier died today. He won't be mourned by many, just his children and his wife, for he lived an ordinary, very quiet sort of life. He held a job and raised a family, going quietly on his way, and the world won't note his passing, though a soldier died today. When politicians leave this earth, their bodies lie in state, while thousands note their passing and proclaim that they were great. Papers tell of their life stories from the time that they were young, but the passing of a soldier goes unnoticed and unsung. Is the greatest contribution to the welfare of our land some jerk who breaks his promise and cons his fellow man, or the ordinary fellow who in times of war and strife goes off to serve his country and offers up his life? The politician's stipend and the style in which he lives are often disproportionate to the service that he gives, while the ordinary soldier who offered up his all is paid off with a medal and perhaps a pension small. It's so easy to forget them, for it is so many times that our Bobs and Jims and Johnnies went to battle, but we still pine. It is not the politicians with their compromise employees who won for us the freedom that our country now enjoys. Should you find yourself in danger with your enemies at hand, would you really want some cop-out with his ever-waffling stand? Or would you want a soldier, his home, his country, his kin? Just a common soldier who would fight until the end. He was just a common soldier and his ranks were growing thin, but his presence should remind us we may need his like again. For when countries are in conflict, we find the soldier's part is to clean up all the troubles that the politicians start. If we cannot do him honor while he's here to hear the praise, then at least let's give him homage at the ending of his days. Perhaps just a simple headline in the paper that might say, "Our country is in mourning for a soldier died today."
Will you sing with me? My country is of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land